Hi, I am Honling for sixdragonscanfu.com. In this lesson we're gonna talk about what you need and what you do not need in your training. To prepare for the practice, you need a bottle of water, a clean towel, the uniform, a notebook to write notes about the lesson, ideas, reflections, doubts after the lesson. Also you need medicals at your fingertips. Hydrogen peroxide, patches, Band-Aid and so on. Last but not least, when you train alone, you need someone to know, as we said in the past lesson, where you are and what you are doing. If something should happen to you, you must have someone to call in a timely manner. What you do not need: watches, jewels, bracelets, rings, earrings, necklace, piercings. You have to remove everything during the practice. When I was just starting, I remember losing a necklace in 2,000 pieces after a strangle, and it was very, very frustrating. Now 3 tips on how to prepare your mind before the practice. The first thing is a minute of silence, concentration and meditation, if possible, if you're used to it. 2. The fact of wearing the uniform is an important ritual that helps you to get into the martial mentality. It is not only a cultural or a traditional reference. 3. You can eventually use an appropriate music, energetic but not exasperated, pleasant but not misleading, cyclical but not annoying, and in 99% of the cases without words. They distract our concentration. How to be comfortable in martial practice. For example, if you have long hair, you must absolutely to adjust them together, to fix them, because when you're practicing, if they move, it is not good for you and for your eventual partners. You have to wear an appropriate underwear, even if it should be logical. And in particular, about the uniform, it must not limit your movement. You have to choose perfectly your uniform. It must not make you stumble. It has to be your size, and especially it has to be worn in the correct way, so you do not feel ridiculous. What not to do before the practice. It is not good to train during digestion. You have to avoid eating from an hour before the lesson. It is very important. These rules should also be applied for alcohol, smoking, drugs, and all those substances that can alter your physical and mental state. With this last tip, I say to you goodbye, and we will see in the next lesson or on sixdragonscanfu.com.